from the Opus Radio News Center, this is an Opus Radio News Update.
Good morning, I'm Al Quartemont with your Thursday morning news headlines. The suspect who fled Alexandria police last Friday, leading to a lockdown of Alma Red Wine School, has now turned himself into police. Derek Dorsey of Houston Street had been wanted on a parole violation. He's now in the Rapides Parish Jail. From jails to prisons, an announced plan by the state to sell some prisons to local sheriff's offices not going over so well. In an effort to help the budget shortage, the state had announced it was looking to sell the DeBatey Correction Center in Pineville, the Avoyles Correctional Center in Cottonport, the Allen Correctional Center in Kinder, and the Wynn Correctional Center in Atlanta. Sheriffs Chuck Wagner of Rapides and Doug Anderson of Avoyles say they are not on board with that plan. Many workers at those facilities are already expressing their unhappiness with it, and local legislators say they will also fight the changes in the legislature. News this morning that the state is cutting 93 employees out at Pinecrest. They'll either be transferred to other state positions or possibly lose their jobs in some cases. The Office of Citizens with Developmental Disabilities says the number of layoffs or transfers is about 7% of the more than 1,300 employees out at Pinecrest. Haven't paid your court fines? Might want to do that today or tomorrow. That's because Rapides Parish is offering amnesty for the next 2 days for people who have unpaid court fines or costs or who have outstanding bench warrants. This does not include the Alexandria City Court. Sheriff Wagner says once those costs are paid, they will dismiss any contempt of court charges and recall any warrants that were issued because of non-payment. Governor Jindal scheduled to be in town today for a ceremony to honor veterans from Rapides and surrounding parishes. That event is scheduled for 11:45 this morning out of the Christian Worship Center on Masonic Drive. In state news, looks as though Louisiana has a new higher education commissioner. The Board of Regents Search Committee recommending Arkansas Department of Higher Education Director Jim Purcell for the Louisiana position. He was the only finalist and the only candidate to be interviewed publicly for that job. The full board will vote on the recommendation today. The job pays up to $275,000 a year, although the Regents will not negotiate a final salary arrangement until after the board approves Purcell's appointment. Louisiana has been without a higher education commissioner since July. A hearing today in that lawsuit seeking to stop any effort toward consolidating Southern's New Orleans campus with the University of New Orleans. District Judge Tim Kelly has scheduled the hearing over the possible merger of the historically black SUNO campus with the largely white UNO campus. Governor Jindal asked for the study on the merger. A group of Southern University students is requesting an injunction to end the merger efforts until the Regents Board, in their mind, is reworked. Lawyer and former state senator Cleo Fields is arguing the board makeup is unconstitutional because it does not adequately represent black and female Louisianians. Governor Jindal has denied the merger has anything to do with race or politics. He says the schools might be able to better serve students with shared resources. Scientists say 5 dead baby dolphins have been found on 2 islands in the northern Gulf of Mexico, adding to what they say is an unusually high tally of dead dolphins in recent months off Mississippi and Alabama. Researchers say they're seeking clues as to what may have caused the deaths. They report about 28 dolphins of all ages have been found dead in waters off the 2 states since the start of the new year, compared to with 89 dead dolphins all of last year. Scientists have taken tissue samples in hoping to solve the mystery, but they have ruled out any possible effects from last summer's oil spill off the Louisiana coast. In Thursday sports, the Hornets off to a good start after the All-Star break. Chris Paul, 19 points, 10 assists in a 98-87 win over Blake Griffin and the Los Angeles Clippers. David West had 22 for the Hornets, who had lost 3 straight. The Hornets are still waiting to get center Emeka Okafor back on the court. A strained left oblique muscle has now forced Okafor to miss the last 10 games. He was hoping to return last night, but could return Friday at Minnesota. Also a trade for the Hornets, Carl Landry from the Sacramento Kings, as the Hornets will be sending Marcus Thornton in cash considerations. General Manager Dell Demp says Landry is the player that the Hornets have been looking to acquire for quite some time. And the losing streak is over for the LSU Tigers. Aaron Dotson with 16 points, Storm Warren with 14, as the Tigers beat Mississippi State in Starkville last night, 84-82. The NSU Demons getting a 64-63 win over Sam Houston State behind Will Pratt's 15. More news on our Truth 104.3 FM Facebook page throughout the day. You can always send us your news. Send news at opusbroadcasting.com. I'm Al Quartemont.